7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my Minecraft community world. It's been a minute since we've been back here, but we've been doing some testing, and of course it's raining, and we did some expanding. We have a mob down here because this ain't lit up. But yeah, I've been doing some testing on this mob grinder to see the numbers that it actually produces. And I can't remember the buttons because it's been a while. But yeah. So I tested this out, and it produces over 6,000 items per hour. We're just going to say that it produces 6,000 items per hour because, why not? It's, I mean, I can get all down to the exact numbers, and it's like, I can't find my piece of paper at the moment. But yeah, I mean, it's a little over 6,000. I'm sure I could make it a little more efficient. The water timing up in the spawning platforms kind of got off a little bit. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up there and we're gonna take a look. This was I'm still working on this. I'm still waiting for Mojang to fix squid spawns. And yeah, so and then that's what that hole is going to be. So it's basically just marked out for now. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up here, take a look at what we've been doing. And if you don't remember me showing you this video before, this is actually a mumbo jumbo mob grinder from PC, and it works great. I mean, it works absolutely fantastic for console. Like I said, it puts out over 6,000 items per hour, and yeah, I added some mash words. I added mass storage for this grinder so when you AFK, you don't have to manually go back and put in chests and all that stuff. But yeah, we got some hopper action back here. It's this whole storage system. It's not very cost effective, but is very fantastic. It automatically sorts all of these items by itself, and I never have to touch it. And we got we got stuff. Well, not really spider eyes, but we got some stuff. If you can't hear the mass murder that's going on in the background. Now, I just set this up, and I ended up using some of the items that I've got out of this before for the automatic storage system. And that's what this is here. I kind of left this open just so you can, so I could see it in case something goes wrong and I have to actually, I have to actually mess with it or whatever. I wanted to leave this open so you could see it and the inner workings of everything. But I had to use a few extra hoppers because I wanted the space down here in between these so you could walk. I could have used a few less hoppers, along the way, and saved me some iron and some wood and stuff like that. But it's no big deal because I got tons of both. I have an automatic iron farm, so that's no big deal. Plus, when we mowed down this whole area, we got a metric ton of wood, so we're good to go. But what I needed to do was I had to keep the hoppers away from these redstone torches, or it would have locked them, and everything just would have been hung up. So I had to kind of come out and around and back down, and I wanted to move the sets of chests down below away from each other, give myself some space in between. So that's why there's a few extra hoppers down here, but and I wanted to make it double-sided. So these are the hoppers for the kill platform right up here, and that's what this whole slab section here. There's 3 on either side, and what I did was I took these 3 and fed them that way, and then I took the 3 that were here, and I fed them that way just to split the system in half. And yeah, so it feeds on both sides, and we have a ton of storage. This is, I do not remember. I know it's a dude off of Hermitcraft, but I can't remember. Might be Impulse. I don't remember. But this is, I believe, their whole automatic storage sorting system dealy schwank. So yeah, it works great on console, and this is the basically this is anything that's not predetermined to be automatically sorted. Anything extra that comes out ends up getting spit into this little junk chest here. And there's one on each side. I know you're probably asking, why is there chicken and feathers in here? If you do not know, since some of the updates, we will go up here. You are now able, or the game is now able to spawn chicken jockeys. So you will occasionally get little baby zombies on chickens. And I put these iron golems up here because if mobs were to fall with feather falling boots on, they wouldn't die. So a few of them would pile up here. And I'd have to come up here and, smash them all in the face and make them die. Yep, you can see mobs for days. So, but yeah, I put these iron golems over here to kill them. And then once the iron golems, they kill the baby zombies, the chickens are left sometimes. So we have chickens up here. And yeah, so I'm not sure where their eggs are going or if I've reached some sort of spawn limit so they don't even pop eggs anymore or something. I'm not sure, but I have not been getting any eggs out of here, which is kind of odd. So I'm assuming I'm reaching some sort of limit, which is probably bugged and needs to be fixed, like quite a few other things. but yeah, this is what we've been working on and getting this thing set up, ready to go, and stored. If what I might do is I might just show you the basics of how this whole thing works. We'll pop over into creative and I'll just build it. It's super simple and it's super easy, and it's not too time consuming. Like I said, it's not. If you're gonna build something like this, you're probably gonna have a bunch of farms and whatnot, so you don't really have to worry about the iron or the wood or whatever you got that needs whatever materials that are needed to build this. So, if you're building something like this, you have enough stored up that it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of the area in here. I kind of just, made space. It's all lit up, so nothing spawns up here and whatnot. And I still have this section over here that I took everything out and I put into the storage system. And then this is my maintenance hatch in case the hopper clock or anything like that breaks. I can actually get to it. But yeah, this is the mob grinder. It is fantastic. It pumps out like crazy. My dog is making noise. We got a new puppy. Fantastic. But yeah, like I said, this thing just keeps going and going and going. This kill drop here is 35 blocks to where they die. So most of them should die, or I would say 99% of them die, but periodically, like I said, if they spawn with feather falling boots, they will actually live and survive the fall. So that's what the iron golems are for. They do a fantastic job of keeping this area clear of mobs, and we never have to worry about it. Still not sure what I'm going to do with the chickens, though. I might just leave them, or I'm not sure. But the reason why I like this setup is you get everything. You get witches, you get spiders, you get, see right there. Every once in a while, a spider will get hung up, but they're not hung up for long, and they'll generally end up falling off just like that. So, but yeah, you get creepers, skeletons, zombies, baby zombies, witches, spiders. So you pretty much get everything in here except for zombie pigmen and endermen. And so this whole setup and this whole design is not hindered by any, space issues or anything like that for mobs. Endermen wouldn't spawn in here, or they would spawn in here if there was a 3-block space for them to spawn in, but they don't. So, because there's water that washes all of the mobs down. And, once the water came out, the Enderman would just, pop off in another location or on top of the box or something. Just anywhere but here. So this is kind of pointless for Enderman, but we got an Enderman farm planned for later on when we go to the end and all that jazz. But yeah, as you can see, I just kind of wanted to take a minute just to so you can watch to see. I mean, it's not like just a constant flow, but you know, it's every couple seconds or whatever. Mobs are just dropping, and like I said, you can see right there, only like a few, you know, fell down or whatever. It's because the water timing on a couple of the levels are a little bit off, and I have to go up there and actually fix it. But it's still pumping out like crazy amounts of items. 6,000 items per hour is it's plenty. So not really worried about the timing issue there. So, but yeah, this thing is actually pretty great. So if you're looking for a mob grinder and you don't want to have to, you know, go farm any of these items, you're good to go. Now it doesn't put out a lot of sugar and a lot of glowstone and a lot of redstone, but it does put out a little bit. You know, so if you only use a little bit, this thing's great. But you got bones for days, arrows forever, especially if you have Infinity. Gunpowder, I mean, just tons of gunpowder. Rotten flesh if you're trading with villagers. Sticks if you need some. It's not like, you know, a metric ton, but, you know, it's a good amount. Spider eyes, you don't really use them, you know, like a whole lot, but this probably produced enough for what you would need. Glass bottles, just cause, you know, witches. Why not? And string. I mean, string for days and ever. And you have to remember, you can also use string to make wool. So you essentially have a wool farm as well. So that's what we got going on here. And let's go pop down to the bottom. Hopefully it's done raining. Doesn't sound like it's raining. This I was gonna put an elevator here, but it was rather high, and it's not really resource friendly, which I'm not really worried about because we got tons of resources. But yeah, this was just easier. So, and you know, it's a little DNA strand. But yeah, I'm still working on storage in here and getting this whole thing set up. This is everything that's in here. It's basically what we got when we cleared this whole area out. So everything that's up top, up there, this whole ship, all of this storage stuff, this is everything that we got from here. Well, okay, minus the pumpkins. I'll give you that. I do have an automatic pumpkin farm. But yeah, so I think what we might do is check, see if it's raining again. And it's daytime, so that's good. But yeah, we'll take another look at it from down here. It's not, you know, the prettiest build ever. But you know, it's clean, it's simple. It's way up there. Now, it's not at the roof of the map, which is no big deal because it's definitely 120 blocks off the ground where the mobs are going to spawn. But I only went as high as I needed to go. I didn't go to the roof of the map like I normally would. I just went as high as I needed to go because I wanted to put something like this in, but I didn't want it to take, you know, 3 years to get up to the top. I mean, it still takes a minute to get there, but, you know, this little you know, twisty minecart deal is fairly quick. And it's reliable, which is important. You know, the more people and the more stuff that you build on a whole server, the laggier it gets, and then stuff stops working. On my PC version, not minecart. It's just a regular elevator that I built. For one of the Hermitcraft episodes I've seen, I ended up building one of theirs, and it went from bedrock to surface. And you know, once you get a bunch of people on there and a bunch of builds going, it sometimes lags, and then you get hung up, and then it takes you forever to get to the top. So that's why I went with this. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and yeah, we're gonna exit this one here, and we're gonna go to our creative copy. I need to actually go through this. Hurry up and save. And we will go to this one here. Yeah. And I'll show you a little bit about that whole storage automatic sorting system. And we'll go see what that takes. I know I don't have, I basically I made an exact copy. And we'll go down here just because. I was actually, I don't know if I actually put this in a video or not. I was actually testing out ways to completely just get rid of this entire area. And so we started using different systems of TNT and stuff like that. We never did finish that, but it wasn't all that reliable. Let's see, what do I need? Well, let's clear this out. We need some hoppers, comparators, repeaters, torches, redstone, and why not? I'm pretty sure. Well, we need to remember where everything's at now. I play on creative all the time, not. Okay, so anyways, basically what you're going to do. I'm just gonna, don't need that. Not used to building on creative. You're gonna want to make your top hopper line, and you're gonna want it to feed. Oops, forgot this isn't PC. You're just gonna want to build, and you can make this. I have made this for 2 items, and then you basically want these to go in whatever direction that you want them to go, but this whole top line needs to go this way. And then what you want to do is you want to build out here and then go the same distance, build out here, and then make these hoppers just go into these blocks. My dog's being a butt. It's a puppy. It's only about 8 weeks old and it's chewing on everything. Then you'll break these here, because you don't need these anymore. Actually, what you can do is you can put your chest right here. And this is basically your junk chest. Everything that's not automatically sorted into the system will go into this right here. So if you have it hooked up to a gold farm and you're farming XP and it spits out a bunch of swords, and you don't want the swords, it'll spit all the swords out into the chest. Now, just to keep this from being backed up, if you're going to do something like that, and this is constantly being filled, you're going to want to empty that out. So if you got a bunch of junk popping out into this chest, either hook it up to some sort of automatic trash can to where everything that goes in this chest just spits off into lava or something, or just the void or something. Yeah, you're going to want to either do that or just keep checking that, make sure it doesn't get too full or full at all. But then basically what you're going to want to do is start building your whole redstone setup. And I probably didn't give myself enough space because I'm not, I wasn't actually prepared to do a tutorial, but yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do it. Why not? Yeah, I didn't give myself enough space. So what we're going to do is bust this out here. Yeah, and you can pretty much build this wherever, not however, but you're going to want to build it like this. You're going to need this here. And then you're going to need this here. Alright. Now, that's the basics of what you need there. And stop chewing on my cord, dog. Sorry about that. Let's see. And you're going to want to take your repeaters and you're going to put them all in here. And oh, you're fine. Everybody gets to hear my dog now. It's not too happy. Of course, he probably thinks I'm crazy because I'm sitting here talking to myself. Let's see. Then you're going to put all your comparators right here. And you're going to want to put them all in subtract mode. Then you take a redstone. All your redstone. Yeah. Right here. And right here. So now you got that. Then you're going to want to take your torches. Drop down somewhere in here. If you can. Put all your torches on the front of there. We good? We good. Alright. Now, what you're going to have to do is, I don't think I have any on. No, I don't. This second row here, this is going to be where you designate what gets sorted. So I don't know how many items we have here, but how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 7 items. All right, so we're gonna do 7 items. Sorting. I need, but first, where is stuff? All right, I need that first. Let's see. There we go. All right, I'm just throwing stuff around too. Let's empty that out. Oh, let's just use. We'll just use cobblestone. Actually, new. Stop that. Ugh, whatever. You can tell I'm not used to playing on creative. Let's see. What else do we need? We need just 7 items to sort. Here, we'll just use blocks. We went stone, dirt, grass, dirt, cobblestone. What is that? Is that 4, 5, 6, 7? All right. So there's that. What you're going to want to do is you don't have to do a full stack. Just you're going to want to rename blocks, and you'll see why here in a second. No, we don't want to do a cobblestone. Just here, Google plus blocks. There we go. But you want to name your blocks, and then what you do is you come over here. You know what I did? Poop. I need to. Wow, this is slow. Sorry. I need actually full stacks of this stuff. You don't need full stacks. You technically only need 41. Let's see. Let's do this the easy way. I probably should have set myself up for this. Let's see, what do we got now? We need stack cobblestone, that, and that. There we go. All right. Now, basically, what you do is you come in here, and you're going to want to take your named blocks, and you're going to want to put 1, 2, 3. Oops. Whatever. So there's 4. You got 4 there, and then just put your stack in there. Now this, I always use a stack just to let it, filter some through, and then basically make sure it's not going to go past 41. You never lose it, and it never goes anywhere. It always stays at that 41, so it's not that big of a deal. I know some people would be like, well, if you're doing diamonds and gold and blah, 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 it's expensive. It's not that big of a deal. Because if you're building something like this, it's really not that big of a deal. And then, you just do this to all of them. And then this basically, it sets it up to where only the stack of items that you put in there, that's the only thing that will go through that section and get spit out into chest. And then, let's see, cobblestone. We'll just do it all just cause. And then, let's see, for the sake of this tutorial. Nope, I just did that one. And But this is essentially, this is it. This is all that there is to it. It's not super difficult to build. It's not super expensive to build, but I mean, it is a little pricey if you're trying to, find something a little more cost effective. Now, you see these here, I think if I remember right, there's an issue if you put a set of hoppers just below this or whatever and try to make them like feed just straight down from here to try to save space. These redstone torches will actually lock the hoppers, and nothing will be able to pass through them, so it's kind of pointless. So what you got to do is you have to put these chests on the front. Hello. Oh wait, derp. That was good. Yeah, let's do that completely wrong way. I know what I'm doing, I swear. There it is. Then you got to alternate trap chests and regular chests. There you go. And then basically from here, what you can do is you can put an input chest. Hoppers. So what you do is you just have, this is your input chest right now. If I can get up here. And first place for the win. There we go. Okay, so then this is your input chest, and everything that gets fed into this chest goes through the system and then gets separated into here. So let's see, what do I want to do? We'll go here, empty our inventory, and then what do we do? Where do we start? Start with grass. Stone. Alright, we start with stone. So what we'll do is we'll go through here. We get a stack of each thing of what we got in there. That's too many. Is it too many? I got 2 sands. Or whatever, it doesn't matter. That'll work. And then we'll just take a stack of, I don't know, obsidian. And we'll take and we'll throw them all in this chest. Up here. Into your input. And it will start feeding out everything in here. Now, whichever chest that it's actually being separated into, I don't know if you can see it. That torch unlocks this hopper to allow the items to go through. And as soon as this one's done, then it'll start working the whole system, you know, of items and stuff like that to get them all separated where they need to go. And basically the only thing that should be in this chest, if you look at this right here, is stone. So the only thing that's going to go in here, stone. So then now, where is it at? It's on this first one. And then it's grass blocks. See how it only goes to 41? That's, I don't know what technical jargon goes with that. But yeah, that's for some reason it only goes to 41. If there's a specific reason for that and you know it, that's fantastic. Feel free to leave it in the comments so other people can learn. But yeah, it only goes to 41 and never goes below that. This system I've used on PC and I've used on console and I used it on just pretty much whatever form that I am able to play of Minecraft. And it has worked and been the most reliable automatic sorting system that I have used yet. I've used other ones and they just break. Update comes out, something happens, and it just completely breaks. And I gotta go through each chest that I have for my storage system and reseparate everything. And yeah, it's a nightmare. But it looks like it's doing this one here. So if we look in here, this one's cobblestone. So the only thing that should be here, cobblestone. Yep, and it's still going. But yeah, that is the whole system, and you can use this for 2 items. I use it on. Let's see, what do I use it on? I have it on my iron golem farm, and there's only 2 items. It's just iron and poppies, and it separates them both and sends them off wherever I have them sorted. If you've seen my showcase of that whole system there, that's a whole gigantic mess of hoppers, But yeah, so I have it sorting that, and then I have it hooked up to the gold farm, which I believe does 4 items. My that thing up there, I think I have it set up for 11 items on each side. So yeah, I mean, you can make this from 2 to 100,000. It really doesn't matter. I don't really think there's a limit to it, or at least I haven't found one yet or seen one. Everybody that I've seen use this exact system, it just keeps going. As far as you need it. And then that was what, sand or whatever, sand. Yeah, it was sand. And then what do we got in here? Sandstone. So sandstone and sandstone. I'm just doing this, you know, making sure it all goes through so you guys can see it. It separates whatever was put into the input chest exactly to where you have it set up to be sorted. And then I do believe, oh, no one hasn't made it to the obsidian yet. Nope, we're on here. Now, the obsidian should end up in this last chest because it has nowhere to be automatically sorted to, you know, in this setup here. So, for example, if you have, I don't know, if you have, say, a skeleton, or not a skeleton, a zombie spawner, and you have, you know, potatoes, you have carrots, you have iron, rotten flesh, you have those all automatically separated to store, but you don't want any of the armor that they drop. Only those items that you have set will go into your automatic storage, and all of the armor will get spit off into this end chest here, which is probably what's happening right now. Yep, there we go. So that is it. that is pretty much the automatic storage system. Dog is so annoying. But yeah, that's it. Input chest. You put everything goes in there. Up there, that all the killing platform where all the hoppers are, it feeds into this line here. So if you have something like that and you want it to feed in somewhere, it has to feed into this top row. And then your second row is where everything gets automatically, individualized to where it's going to go. And then this bottom row is to spit it out into the hoppers. So there you go. That is it. But I think that's going to do it because my dog's about to have an aneurysm and go figure out what his deal is. But yeah. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe. And we will catch you guys on the next video.